Hello, I am here today to show you the difference between authentic and counterfeit Urban Decay palettes. These specific palettes are from the movie Oz the Great and Powerful. Came out in 2013 and I bought some from Ulta. So I had actual legit Urban Decay palettes, and then I started using them up and I really liked them, and I love the Wizard of Oz, so I wanted to get some more, but they weren't for sale in the store anymore because it was 3 years later. So I went to eBay and I bought some on eBay and I got scammed with counterfeit palettes. So now I'm going to show you the difference between the authentic and the counterfeit so that you don't have the same problem that I did. Now, one of the first things I can show you, because I have these out already, this on the left hand side here, well, I guess actually this is the right hand side for the video. This is real, these are authentic, and this side is counterfeit. Now you might be able to tell for these cards that come inside, these Glinda cards, the real one's a little bit brighter, the counterfeit one is a little darker. Now if you didn't have a legit palette to compare it to, you wouldn't know, so that's why I'm helping you out with these videos. But of course the giveaway is when you flip it over, the legit palette has directions and tells you how to apply the makeup to get the look, and the counterfeit card had nothing on the back. So that's clue number one. Put these up here. Next thing, my real palette came with a box. The counterfeit one, the seller said she didn't have a box, but was giving me a cheaper price because she didn't have a box, and I thought, oh great, but that's clue number one. If they don't have a box, be wary. The next thing is, on the bottom of the box, by the barcode, there's a little serial code number, and it has like a letter and a few numbers and maybe another letter after it. And when you open the box up and take the palette out from inside, the palette inside, if we flip it over, on the back lower corner there, it has a matching serial number. So, and on the counterfeit one, when you flip it over, there is no serial number. So ask your seller to send you a picture of the serial number on the back of the palette and the box if they've got it, and if they don't, number one, don't buy it. Next thing is inside the palette. If you look at the palette, you can see this one's a little bit darker, this one's a little brighter and prettier. Again, hard to tell if you didn't already have an authentic one to compare it to. Inside these palettes, these two colors are filled 50-50 with two different color eyeshadows. But this one goes this way, that one goes that way. They're a little off. Now when you look at the legit palette, they both go the same way. They're both set the same angle, and they both go the same way. And when you're just looking at the eyeshadow, it's kind of hard to tell because the colors, they really did a pretty good job of getting them close. But the pink is not right, and they put a lot of extra sparkle in the pink. The peach color is pretty good. The silver color, I believe that might be Storm, is really nice and rich and sparkly on the authentic one, and it's kind of a cheap little silvery one on the other one. The next thing to look for is the lip pencil. Let me show you the real one first. So this is a real one that I had that I've used up some, so it's shorter than the other one, but the telltale sign, it's got the Oz, turn it that way so you can see it the right way, Oz the Great and Powerful logo, and when you take the lid off, it's got a black wooden pencil, which is Urban Decay's signature type of pencil, and it can be sharpened, and as you see, I've sharpened this one down quite a bit as I've used it. And then the inside of the cap is dark black. And then over here on the counterfeit pencil, it looks pretty good. It's got the Oz logo and it's the right color, but when you open it up inside, the pencil itself is plastic, so you really could not sharpen this. This is not sharpenable. And the inside of the cap is like a light silvery color. It's not black. This is counterfeit. And now these are, here is the eyeliner pencil that comes with it, and the eyeliner pencil has the same sort of wood. It's kind of hard to see because it's a black pencil with a black cream eyeshadow, but it's dark wood, and this can be sharpened, and this has been sharpened. It's a little shorter because I've used it. And the inside of that cap, I don't know if the inside of the cap on this looks much different, but that's silver. So that's legit, and this is the counterfeit one. It's actually a little bit skinnier in size if you put it right next to it. This pencil's a little thicker. It's really hard to tell, but again, if you didn't have an original one to compare it to, you wouldn't know. But the real show is that the inside of this pencil is plastic here, and you cannot sharpen it. So that's a fake. So that's on the Glinda one. And I wanted to show you on the Theodora a few things. A lot of the same things on the box for the Theodora one. This is the real one, and this is the fake one. The fake one's a little bit darker. It's not as bright. Now on my Theodora box, it didn't have a serial number here. So some of the Theodora boxes maybe don't have a serial number, but when you get to the palette inside, this is the palette inside. The inside palette still does have the serial number, and it's right there. And it's a letter and some numbers, and it's on the palette. And this is the fake one. With the fake one, it's a little darker color palette. It's kind of hard to tell if you didn't have an original one, but it's not, the colors aren't quite as bright. And then on the back of the fake one, no serial number. It's blank. Now another way, now this one, when I got it, this is the counterfeit one, the palettes had broken and crumbled apart because they're really cheap, you know, eyeshadow. So that's a warning sign right there if your palette falls apart in transit. I asked the seller to send me a replacement palette for the inside before I realized it was counterfeit, and she did. Now on the back of this, you can see it looks pretty good. It's got the logo and it's got the colors right and everything, but there's a little serial number missing. And on the legit palette, I'll show you on the back of this one. It's on this one, it's sort of imprinted on the black. It's a little bit harder to tell on this one because of the color. I'll show you one off the Glinda one because it's hard to tell on that one. But there's a little serial number imprinted on the side right there. And then on the Glinda one, because it's brighter, this is on a silver paper. You can see it much better there. There's the serial number. And with the Theodora palette, it was the same thing with the pencil. This is counterfeit. When you open up the pencil inside, again, plastic. And the inside of the cap, shiny. And on the real one, the authentic one, open up the cap, and there's the dark wood, and it can be sharpened. And here's the inside of the cap. That's black. So if you go to buy some of these on eBay, ask the seller to give you a picture of the serial number on the back of the palette and of both pencils, the lip pencil and the eye pencil, with their caps off, so you can see that it's actually the dark wood of a legit Urban Decay pencil and not the cheap plastic of the counterfeit one. Some people may have ones without boxes, but even if they don't have boxes, and this is the card that comes with the Theodora one. And this one, it's nice and bright. They did pretty good on the counterfeit one for the Theodora. It's a little bit darker. If you look at them right next to each other, you can see how this one is darker and the colors aren't as bright. Now they did, the back, they did pretty good on this one, although the card came kind of dirty and smudged, so that part wasn't as good. The card's not that important because you don't really actually use it except for the instructions. But mainly it's just the fact that all the colors are darker, it doesn't look as good. So make sure before you buy one that you have them send you pictures. And if they won't send you a picture, or they tell you it's already shipped in a box for shipping and they can't do it, then don't buy it. It's going to be counterfeit. And if you get one and you find out it's counterfeit, tell the seller you want a refund and have them give you your money back. And if they don't or give you any hassle, report them to eBay. And actually, if you get a counterfeit one, you should probably report it to eBay as well as asking for your money back, because this kind of stuff is dangerous and it's unfair and it's not right. So thank you very much for viewing this video, and I hope it helps you in your makeup shopping.